George, congratulations.
Thank you.
Mega job all day, really. Just how pleased are you with the effort that you've delivered out there?
Excuse me. The season, I think we knew we had a fast car beneath us. I don't think we ever anticipated it to be this fast. But obviously, Max wasn't there. We had him down as our, top rival, and if you look at his pace difference, historically over the last 7 years to his teammate, you would have probably expected him to be in that mix as well. So, as I said, I think it was just a bit of a perfect storm. A big day tomorrow to try and finish the job.
When you probably unleashed it this morning in FP3, and I guess the first time we went full beans, how good was that? And then how good was it through quali to be able to build it and deliver that kind of gap?
I think it was my first time all year that I was on low fuel and high power. So it was a shock to me, and I had to get my head around that because the car feels different, quite a bit different when you take so much sort of fuel out of the car. But yeah, it feels great, but not getting carried away. It's qualifying one of a 24 race long season, maybe slightly shorter now, who knows, but yeah, I'll still be pushing as hard as I can every single day to get.
Hey Charles, were you surprised really at the gap to Mercedes and maybe the frustration maybe not being able to get P3, because you guys have looked quick this weekend generally?
Frustration about P3 for sure. I mean, I won't go into the detail because it's a very complex car to explain, but in Q2 we've had issues with our deployment, and then in Q3, because of the red flag, we had to re-optimize everything on that last lap in Q3, and we couldn't quite make that. So we were a bit suboptimal for that last lap, and that definitely cost us P3. We were nowhere near Mercedes. Maybe we will have one optimizing everything a tenth and a half, but I'm pretty sure that's also the story of everybody. It's such complex cars that nobody, I would expect, was optimizing absolutely everything out of the car today. On the other question, I am not so surprised. I mean, I was in front of the cameras yesterday. I don't know if I said the number, but I thought they were maybe half a second in front. At the end, they are 8/10 in front. I think this morning, I did not expect what they've shown, and I think they were a lot more turned down than what everybody thought in the paddock. And yeah, I mean, it's
very little that you've learned about the car with more fuel in it. Do you think that you can do anything about them tomorrow, or is it going to be too difficult to go after them? Mercedes says.
I cannot do anything. Yesterday they were super strong, and I don't think they had the engine turned up the way they did this morning, so I don't even know they were full power in qualifying. Maybe they kept a little bit because this morning was just crazy. So tomorrow I don't really know what to expect, but I think they will be in another world, probably around a little bit less than a second faster than everybody else. That's what I will expect, but I hope I'm.
Hey Carlos, obviously frustrating not to even get out for quali. Just what happened in FP3 and why couldn't you make it out there? How much more does it hurt, given the regulations have changed a lot? You've had no long run, like you said, you've had no low fuel run, you're heading to a race, I guess, pretty blind, essentially.
Yeah, no FP2 long run, no FP2 run on soft, no FP3 laps, no Q1, so yeah, even going into China next weekend, not being able to do mileage this weekend and not being able to do a qualifying session for the first time. Not ideal to start the year, but it looks like a long year ahead of us, so hopefully we can start sorting our issues.
Hey Fernando, I thought there was a point where you're going to sneak into Q2 at the end there. Just sum up kind of how that went, and was it a little bit better maybe than expected?
Yeah, probably yesterday. Quali, we were 4.5 seconds behind the leaders and now 2.5 or something like that. So we gained 2 seconds just by running and just by being on track, when everyone else is running. So I think reliability is hurting a lot the potential of the car if you cannot run continuously and make your setup work. So because we had a normal FP2, normal FP3, we made huge steps. So yeah, we just need to keep on going and stay together, through this phase.
I guess that's got to be the aim tomorrow then, isn't it? Get as many laps on the board so you can keep learning about this car.
Absolutely. I think more laps we do, more things we learn, but at the same time we need to be realistic. We are short on parts, as you all know, and and we race next week. So we need to have the cars ready to go in China as well, with no spare parts. So tomorrow we need to monitor the situation, and at the first sign of something going wrong, we cannot keep running because we need to keep the cars alive for China.
Hey Checo, I know you want bigger results, but considering this is your first quali back after a year and it's a big one for the team as well, are you happy with the job the team did to get to where you got to?
Yeah.
What's been the biggest issues kind of heading into quali?
All sort of issues: fuel pumps, setups, seating position, everything.
And I guess that's normal for a new team, right, when you're trying to get going?
I think so, yeah.
Valtteri, back in qualifying spec, I know you haven't quite got the car yet that you want, but it must be pretty fun to be back out there qualifying, everything on the line.
It is. It was fun to be back out there and pushing the car.
In terms of looking ahead tomorrow, what is the main aim to achieve in the race, do you think?
I think we have to finish the race, ideally with both cars, and as fast as we can. Simple as that. So if there's any opportunities, we try to take those, but there's still so much to learn for us. So we just got to be there, and we got to see the checker flag.
Hey Alex, well obviously saw you really going for it and then had that off into turn one. Did that cost you, do you think?
No, that was like, we've got half a second to the car in front, so what can we do to get at that time?
Is it tomorrow, not just because we've got new regs, but because like those problems that you've had this weekend meant you've got very little data, I guess, on everything, really?
Yeah, exactly that. I've done 2 starts in my 2026 career so far, practice starts. Tyre day graining seems bad for us. Made some setup changes to fix that, hopefully. And let's see. I want rain, but that's not going to happen. So let's see.
Hey Lance, obviously sorry you've not had a chance to go out in the car today. Just sum up kind of the emotion of not having the opportunity really to go drive that car.
Just issues. So that's how it goes.
How did you spend that session in FP3 and in quali, just watching it out? Was it tough to see the cars out there and you're not being involved?
Just drinking a cappuccino, enjoying the qualifying session. So for sure.
Today it was feeling pretty tough in the car. Just talk me through how things improved or got worse today, really.
Let me take a second. The laps I've put out there, I managed to be right at the limit of the car, which has been pretty difficult to drive. So I think, it's just a big change. Still a lot of things which we need to work on: tire prep, energy management, getting on top of all the new regs, setup and chassis wise. It's there's some work to do.
How much of a surprise is it? Because I know through testing it's difficult to read where everyone is, but it looked like you're in a really good spot. So like here, it just doesn't come to fruition.
Nothing to take away from testing apparently. So we look better in testing. At the end of the day, testing doesn't matter. It's, what happens on Saturday in Australia, and unfortunately we got a lot of work ahead of us, and we're behind cars. Other cars and more cars than we'd hope. I still feel a lot of things are suboptimum, and I'm sure we'll be able to improve, but we're definitely starting slightly further away than we.
All right, everyone, we just had the interviews of the drivers that we have on the paddock. One of those, let's say, one of the drivers are happy, one of them are frustrated, some of them are really excited, some of them are really happy with the results, some of them are still confused to what happened, and a lot of interesting things. But in overall, we had a really beautiful qualifying. The Mercedes drivers are really happy with the results, especially when the temperatures went down on the track and they got a lot of pace from it, and they still don't know why. But they know that in a much more cold weather, they tend to have much more speed on their cars. On the other hand, the McLarens, the Papatya, are really frustrated with their car because they had some minor issues with the car, and they didn't have a good pace, let's say like that. We had Piastri was P5, I think, and P6 was Norris. Piastri still is a little bit optimistic on the race that's going to come tomorrow, but on the other hand, Norris is really frustrated because he's I understand him. He's a champion, and he wants to defend that crown. But with this car that they have on hand, as he said, like with this car that we have on hand is gonna be a little bit tricky and a problem. And he said that I'm really frustrated with what happened today in qualifying because I wasn't having a good time with the car from free practices until the qualifying. Uh, Ferrari, on the other hand, Charles is really happy with the car. He said that if I had a little bit more time, I could have done a better result, maybe be P3, but P4 is really good place for him after the first run. Because as we know, Ferrari is coming from rough times. Like a couple of years ago, at coming to these results is really good thing. Especially with the all new design of the car all around, like new like fully new assembled car, and they have a really good car this season to fight for a good place, maybe even for a championship, because as we know the season is long and everything is possible to happen. On the other hand, our 7-time world champion, for me, 8-time world champion, Lewis Hamilton said that I'm really happy with the car. I'm really happy how it runs, how it goes. But we had a minor issue with the engine in Q2, and we had to withdraw the car a little bit to see what's happening in the garage, and then they put it him again outside with new tires. They needed to take him inside for a checkup to see what's happening with the car, what's wrong with the engine. But they put him into the game immediately, and he got a really good time. For him, a P7 is generally a good place for the car that they have at the moment, and he's really happy with the results, and he's really happy with the quality that the car has, with the performance that the car has, because he said that there is a lot of gap to improve the car, and we are going to do that. And in the race, there could be some surprises. Who knows? Uh, Other teams, especially Audi, they were like all like with question marks. What's happened? And whoa, what happened to the qualifying? They are like they still don't know the answers, and they still don't know why that particular thing happened to them. Max, on the other hand, is really mad, as we know, because the performance that he gave to us, it was like a disaster, and he's not the Max that we want to see. He's not the driver to be made those mistakes too. But he's happy for his teammate that got to P3, and we know that Red Bull has a really good car to fight for that championship. And hopefully Max, we will see him, as we know, do a slalom uh, over the race on the track, and get to the place that he deserves to be. Hopefully, we will see him fight. But Isaac, as he said, like, I hope that I will be able to compete with my teammate in China. But why not also in this track? Because it's a long race and everything is unpredictable and everything can happen. All around, Cadillac, as we know, did their best. They got turned down in in Q1, and Alpine, Haas, and Williams were in the mix in in the middle of the list. Aston Martin, as we know, they don't have a car, but like I can say that really clearly because of it, everyone sees it. They don't have a car to compete it. They still don't know what's the problem with their car, and maybe we won't be able to see them on the races for a long time. Maybe for like couple of races, they won't be able to compete anywhere with their full potential. Even though, hopefully tomorrow we will see a beautiful race. I'm really excited to see what's going to happen tomorrow. May the best of the best win tomorrow. Uh, I will be cheering for Ferrari as always. I'm a big fan of Ferrari for long years, but I wish all the drivers their best, and I wish the best to win. And hopefully we'll have a beautiful fight between the drivers and no casualties. Thank you everyone for watching this video with us. Please don't forget to like and subscribe our channel. If you have something to add up, comment down below, and we'll see you in the next one.